only one thing that matters, but actually a lot of things at the same time that play an important role. So what I want to talk with you now is a little bit the idea, how do I come from input, processing, output, how do I come really from kind of like, basically generating real value. And I brought with you kind of like a small example of an AI project. We show you kind of like what are the various steps that are actually involved.
My cat, Metric, he is playful, he's adorable. Look at this, he's a perfect cat in every way, except he is a pitiless, unrelenting serial killer. His favorite time to do it was 3 in the morning, waking up in the night to go to the bathroom, then discovering the corpse of a rat. That was horrifying, and this would turn out to be just a constant behavior of his. It started really cut into my sleep, and on one occasion, it brought an immediate and upsetting end to sex. So I needed some kind of solution. I needed that cat door to lock only when he is trying to bring in dead or dying animals. I thought, let me talk to my engineering friend. They pointed out that the tools for machine learning used to be in the hands of only the most elite computer scientists, and now somebody with a problem like me can go and figure it out. I thought, I'm going to try this. The locking mechanism was the easy part. Basically just an electromagnet, and I attach it to an Arduino. The hard part is how to get the lock to know when to lock. So I mounted a deep lens camera above my cat door, and then I spent months sorting through and labeling over 23,000 images. At some point I realized that I'd become the tech bro version of a crazy cat lady. So I fed all my images up to SageMaker and built 3 models. The first model just asks, is there a cat? The second model says, is the cat leaving? Or if the cat is coming up the ramp, it calls the third stage, which asks, is it cute Metric or is it murder cat Metric coming in to ruin my night? If is in killer mode, locks the cat door. Second of all, texts me and sends a pic. And third, donates blood money to the Audubon Society. The model has been running for about 8 weeks. Innocent Metric has been unfairly locked out once out of 200 entries. Murder Metric has been blocked 5 out of the 6 times he's tried to bring in prey. You know, looking back, it was never that hard because of how accessible these tools have become. But whenever my motivation was running low, Metric would bring in a fresh, horrifying new thing for me to encounter, and got me right back there. So thank you, Metric, for that. You're dismissed. Sweet beast.
So if we're looking at the whole process, what we call the machine learning life cycle or process, normally what we have is kind of like going from data to value. And something that's very important, that's not on here, is normally where we start is finding kind of like a real business problem. So the business problem for the guy was, well, his cat is coming in, bringing in prey, and it annoys him. And the question is, well, can he solve this using artificial intelligence? So the first part is to ask, well, how do I get the data? So he installs basically what you normally do is kind of like you install something that you are able to collect the data. The next part is, well, you have to use the data to train it, right? And you see kind of like this actually coming first is he uses data to train a couple of various models. Is there a cat? Is there no cat? Is the cat coming? Is the cat coming with prey? And then he basically uses this data to train the models. So when the cat is then coming in action, the model understands, well, there's a cat coming in with prey. But this, I mean, here normally the AI part is over, and we have this cool model that we have built. But what is the value of it? I mean, we need to trigger it to an action. So now the real work normally begins. We have trained our AI model, and we have to think about, okay, well, how can we put it into a smart cat or into a cat lab to really make it smart, right? So we have now a cat lab that if the AI decides actually there's a cat coming in and the cat is bringing prey, then lock the cat lab. And this is normally what takes also quite a lot of time to really implement them into the business or wherever you're not using them. And then you see what you have, only then you will create value. And this is the idea, and it's actually getting a bit more complex, but maybe too much for today, is kind of like how you go from data to really generating value. So if you look at this,